It is impossible until someone does it. That is something which is told about many things in life. Many times you're told something is impossible. You'll never be able to do it. You'll never reach that level of success because it's impossible, because it's never been done before. Someone from a small town will never make it to the UFC because no one has ever done it before. And the first person does it, and suddenly they realize it's possible. It is definitely not easy. Nothing in this world is easy, but it is simple. However, a lot of people have this thing in their brain which just tells them, this is impossible, I'll never be able to do it. There's no point in even trying, there's no point in even attempting, because it's impossible. What's the point of even trying for it? When the beast, Eddie Hall, was attempting to deadlift 500 kg, he was told that it would never happen in this century. It would be impossible in this century to happen. So he was told it was impossible. And then guess what? He worked hard. He literally disappeared. He probably did about 3 hours worth of deadlift practice a day, working on the individual muscles, just deadlifting hundreds and hundreds of pounds up and down over and over and over. And guess what? He became the first man to ever deadlift 500 kg. He proved everyone wrong. They said it would be impossible. So what did he do? He worked at it, he attempted it, and he was able to achieve that amazing goal. So that was only done like maybe 5 years ago, maybe less. Not sure the exact date. But since then, it has been tried and succeeded 3 times by Eddie, by Thor, and by some random guy using sumo. So it was totally impossible a little bit more than 5 years ago. But since then, in that 5 years' time, which is not a long time, 3 people have managed to achieve the impossible. Of course, those 2 people, Thor and the other guy, would never have attempted it. They would never have tried it if Eddie didn't do it first, if Eddie didn't prove that it was possible. A lot of people have these amazing ambitions, these huge goals that they want to achieve, but then they think that it's impossible for me to do it because I dropped out of school, or because of this, because of that, because my parents were poor, because I didn't do this. You literally sometimes have to just say to the impossible, just fuck off. I'm doing this. I don't care if I fail. If I fail, I'm going to learn, but I'm not going to go down to my grave. I'm not going to die on a bed full of regrets. Because those goals that seem impossible, like going to WWE, becoming a multimillionaire, buying a Bugatti, deadlifting 500 kg. If Eddie had never attempted it, if after he was told that was impossible, he went, fine, yep, it's impossible, I just won't try it, he would probably have regretted that his entire life. When he was like 70, he probably would look back and like, I wish I went for it. I wish I tried to do it. And I know right now, if I don't go for those lofty goals, which I have been told by literally everyone I've ever told them to, that they are impossible, if I don't go for them, I will also regret them. I know that deep in my heart now. I'm 18, but I know if I'm 80 and I look back and I realize I could have worked hard now so that my 8-year-old self wouldn't have felt regret, I would be so angry at myself for letting that opportunity slip by. So I'm not going to let it slip by. Right now, I have the opportunity. And so do you. Because it doesn't really matter at what age you start or any of the victim mentalities that you have imposed on yourself. Because all you have to do is adopt the mindset that it is possible. It might not be possible, but if you just try it, if you attempt it, then at least you know that you made an attempt. At least you know that you did something about it. And who knows, you might not make it to WWE. However, you wrestled for NJPW, wrestled in Rev Pro. Like, all these things, you might not make it to the top, you might not make it to your loftiest expectations, your loftiest ambitions, but you'll be a lot further along than if you just said at the starting line, if you looked up at the finish line and said, no, that's impossible, never will be able to do it, so no point, no bother, won't try. Because that's how you end up with regrets.